The kitchen was failing. We kind of like put plasters on things. Part of the tendering option was to go down and see suppliers to see what they do, how they do it. So we looked at 3 providers, Appetito being one of them, and out of the 3 that we looked at, Appetito was the best. Even how they treat staff became apparent that they treated the staff better than the competitors. So they looked at the options, it went to tender, and Appetito was the preferred provider. So a team of Appetito employees came in from different backgrounds and kind of like just picked us up and dragged us along, because as the changeover happens, you have to feed these patients. There's nothing else you can do. So the day you change over, these patients still need feeding. And it did feel like that we didn't really know what we was doing. So without that support, it would definitely not have happened. The support then continued. They didn't just go home, didn't come back the next day. They did come back the next day. And it was really difficult, but without that support it wouldn't have happened, or it wouldn't have been as smooth. Even now, the support that we receive, that wasn't there before. But yeah, the support is it's really high up there in terms of what we need and what keeps it going forward, certainly. So from the changeover, we got a rebuild of the kitchen. So as a trust, they were able to reduce the floor space by about a third. So they could give that back then to clinical. To cook the amount of meals, we're 830 beds, so that's twice a day. To cook that amount of meals, it was great big heavy bags of things. So it does take the toll on, on staff. We've changed over, and the difference to the staff, it's a cleaner system now. They're not wet round the middle, they've not got wet feet, there's not as much washing up involved from our side. They're not having to lift the weights that they were lifting. Just to put something into perspective, we've got one of our members of staff that was really struggling with an injury that came and said, I think I'm going to have to retire. I really am struggling this much with the amount of work that we're doing. We've changed over, and about 3 months ago I passed the kitchen to hear somebody singing, and as I stuck my head in, it was this member of staff. So just the toll from the body is gone now. It is a lot more staff friendly than before.